Very good. Let's drill down on something that both of you have referenced in your comments already, but let's try to get pretty specific with it. Recent national statistics show that Detroit's overall poverty rate is about 34%, making it the poorest major city in the United States. More than half of all children in this city are living below the poverty line. How will your administration combat poverty and create good paying jobs, emphasis on good paying jobs at the same time? Council President.
Thank you. So I think about my grandmother who was watching tonight, who struggled to make ends meet growing up. She went to sleep many nights hungry. She was 28 years old when she graduated from high school, and she was the first in her family to graduate from college, and she later went on to become a nurse. But she always talked about education. Education was a tool that she used to change her life and her family's life. And so I will start off by being a champion of education from cradle to career, and also ensuring that we are attracting high-wage, livable wage jobs in our city. No resident should have to work 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. And so we're going to be pushing for more jobs. I created the Industry Standards Boards, which brings our workers to the table to negotiate better wages and working conditions. And lastly, we must invest in people. We have a program, Skills for Life, Earn to Learn, that we are paying people to go back and get certifications and work. We must invest directly in people, and I'm also interested in exploring the new RX Kids program that provides direct funding to pregnant families as well.
Thank you very much. Reverend Kinloch, same question to you. Poverty and jobs, how do you tackle these two huge issues?
One, the Kinloch promise will include, first of all, a children's trust fund, that every baby born in the city of Detroit will receive a seed of $1,000, and it will be allocated on a yearly basis up until that child gets to age of 18, and they can use that to open up a business, to go into college, to start a career, to buy a home, or to invest in their community. The second thing we got to do is stop the exit of the African American middle class out of the city. And the way to do that is by making housing affordable in the city, but also making sure that they have opportunities to make competitive wages in the city by attracting industries who will pay those competitive wages. The other thing is we got to make sure we take care of the people that have already stayed here. We got retirees who've lost their pensions. We've got officers and other municipal workers who've lost their insurance. And it's time to make sure that even if we can't write the whole check, we got to start writing some checks to get them their money back.
Thank you. Council President, you have a response for that?
Yeah, we did just that. The last 2 years, the City Council issued a 13th check for our retirees. I know you may not understand the details of this, but we were locked in for quite some time under the bankruptcy, and we could not touch anything with our retirees until just almost 2 years ago. And we issued a 13th check. And as mayor, I will always continue to find ways and resolutions that we can provide relief and support and funding to protect and to invest in our retirees. Poverty is a real issue in this city that really takes a multifaceted approach, but we will lead with education, good jobs, and ensuring that we're directly investing in people.
Pastor Kinloch.
Council President, what I don't have to do is ask you the question on how many times did you vote to increase your pay and slash the pay of city workers. That's not leadership, that's self-interest. At some point, you got to prioritize people and not special interests and just say things just to get people's vote. People are tired of waiting on you. They've been waiting on you for 12 years. You're talking about all this stuff that you've done. It's symbolism and ceremonial. It has not been structural and substantive.